Hey, no intro because I forgot how to work this thing. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Just jumping in here. You guys, let me see. What's up, Douglas? What's up? Okay, hold on, guys. Let me just pull up all these things y'all sent me. I wish I could do maybe a video. Give me a little time because I haven't even been on here in a long time, and I probably can do a better video a little later. But hey you guys, welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. We talk about what we want to talk about, when we want to talk about it. Let's talk Dolton because you guys have asked me so many questions. I'm trying to pull it up because I don't have a whole lot of time today. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull up. I jumped in here like, hey y'all, I'm ready. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Give me 1 second. Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois.
My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are.
Okay, so y'all just let me know if you can hear me. I forgot how to set everything up and everything. If anyone's here, let me know. Okay, so y'all, let's just start. So some of the questions. Okay, so first of all, good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. I got that. Happy Saturday. I hope all's well with you and yours. So you guys had a bunch of questions. So what's been going on? I've been missing so much stuff. What's the tea? Hey, Big Ob. Hey, I'm back. Big Ob, I told you so. Love you, bro. So I've been missing so many things. A lot's been going on, y'all. It's so funny because okay, Big Ob, you was here with me. Douglas, you was here with me. Um, it's so funny because going through all the stuff we were going through from May to now, I just want to tell people like when it feels like things are not going to work out, you just hold on. Just hold on. So, hey Scott, hey. Welcome you guys. So, just hold on. Like Scott, thanks for just being there too. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me because all the stuff that was happening just by me talking about Dolton as a person that lives in Thornton Township, to talk about a community where I've been in since I was in grammar school. Shout out to Miss Wasp at Berger Vandenberg. Shout out to Miss Jackson at Dirksen. Shout out to Miss Jackson at Thornridge. Shout out to Mr. Barkley. For someone that grew up here, rest in peace, Coach Shirley. It's so weird to hear that no one can have. I definitely can't have an opinion, right? Choose what's up. I just was doing Thornridge shout out. Shout out, rest in peace to Coach Shirley. Miss Jackson, just someone that was here. Shout out to the Panazzo family that was on Woodlawn and 142nd Street. You know what I mean? um Chief Shapletsky. Shout out to Dolton, old Chief Shapletsky. You know what I mean? Like people that have been here for years. I'm someone that has been here for years. So a lot of times people ask me, hey Berg, like, I think you should run for office. Like I got asked that every day. My emails have been flooded about you should run for office. This is my opinion about the Southland and about Dalton specifically. You have to have a passion for it. You have to have a passion. To me, I think the whole thing is a lot of people are lacking the passion to help the community, period. And I don't have a passion to help nobody around here at this point. I'm just gonna be 1,000% honest with y'all, especially not saying the regular people. And when I mean the regular people, hey Conscious, Chavis, everybody enter it. Hey y'all. Not to say I don't want to help the regular people. Now it takes a special group of people to know who the regular people are. The regular people are your neighbors you see every day, you speak to, you pass in Walgreens, you pass in Food for Less, you used to go to Melanie Fitness with them, you walk the trail around Dalton Park. Those are the normal neighbors. It's not all of the excitement you see when you click on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's not Dalton. I want y'all to know that. And I feel like the only thing is kind of sad because I think it should be a debate. I think we need a mayoral debate. I think we need a trustee debate. I feel like everybody should be able to debate and say what their plan is for the community. Now, for me, I have a passion for my people, but I would never have a passion to sit up there and hear people at the microphone every day and talking on a warrant list about some stuff I can't help anyway. I can't help the people. Like, am I protecting the people? Am I running to protect the people, or am I running to protect the bills? If I can't get a vote, whose side? That's just too much. I think everybody needs to be up for debate. That's my opinion. I'm telling you guys that. And I think the people that run for the village should have a passion for the village, a passion to want to stay. I think the longest trustee we have was Tiffany. Tiffany Henyard is the only trustee that turned mayor through elections. I don't know if y'all know that. I can't go back to the 1800s and stuff like that, but right now, but y'all know I do know a little bit of history. No, it's the guy that died early in life. I'm so sorry, guys. I think he was a trustee. He passed on. I wish Big Mike was here. I can't think of his name. He passed in his 40s. He got sick and he was basically being a mayor from his home. I can't think of his name right now. But other than that, in recent history, Tiffany Henyard is the only one that has has been a trustee and been voted into being a mayor. Mayor Shaw came from somewhere else, became a mayor. Who we had behind Hart was here, and I'll leave that. He was here, but I don't it was sectioned off differently. But after that, after Shaw, let's just stick in the Black history. I guess I'll start with the recent Black history. After Shaw, everybody, the only way they left their mayorship was if they were going to leave in a pine box. They didn't want to. Now, see, Ronnie Lewis, choose. He got it by default. Didn't he get it by default? He got, because the mayor died and he was the head trustee. Then how, you know what I'm gonna be honest about? The mayor I know the least about. The mayor I know the least about is Rogers. Cuz I don't remember, was he a trustee? Cuz he wasn't a trustee under Shaw, right? Well, that's something we got to talk about. But Tiffany, she was the longest running trustee, and then went right into the mayorship after that 2-term limit, right? So the next person behind her will be Jason House. Now, in my history of recollections, if you will, Jason House has always been around. So whether it's been a trustee, finance board, he was even in charge of the um, Chamber of Commerce at one time. So his name has always been around. I just don't. It's kind of weird because the history of Dolton, a lot of people have gotten mayorships through default in recent years. I have to say. I have to say. Yeah, so Riley, now what I do remember when I worked for Shaw, Riley would run every year. And it was another guy, Ernesto Mickens, I think his name was. He would run every 4 years. Riley Rogers would run every 4 years. And Larry Rogers, who I think is related to Riley Rogers, right? Like his nephew or something, he would run. But the Rogers and the Shaws, they really didn't get along because Larry Rogers, he also ran against Bob, who's Bill's twin brother, for the um board of commissioners. So, and he won that. So Larry Rogers has been around a long time. Riley has for a long time. So when Riley first became mayor, I really wasn't around like that to. I'm gonna be real. The only person I ever said, and I always tell y'all this, and people be like, "Oh, that makes you, you're all up Tiffany." But no, Tiffany was the only one hitting the streets, and no one could deny that. I wish she would have had a documentary of how she was living as a trustee, like the history of that. Like when something happened, even when you watch those old board meetings, shout out to Conscious and shout out to Choose for doing those old board meetings. Even with it was like this famous meeting that everybody talks about. It was like the bop head meeting or something. And when everybody's mad because Tiffany got on live and said it was a shooting in Dolton. During that time, we were having shootings back to back to back to back to back. And, you know, she would go out there, go to the people homes. I know a lot of people got offered services during that time. So personally, I know, but that's all I know about it. You know, she hit the ground. I have been blessed in my life where I've never had to really go to the village for help or go to the township for help. So, and a lot of stuff I didn't even know those services existed until Tiffany became supervisor. You know, I'm just going to be honest. So I think this is a point. I'm saying all that to say I think people need to have a passion for if they're going to run. If they're going to run and if they want to run, not just run because it's a space open and I think I can get in there and it's easy. This is 4 years of dedication. Run because you have the passion, not just for the clout, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Um James, what are you in here talking about? Okay, so let me go down the list. So Choose and Conscious have been keeping me busy. So um I haven't been able to. Okay, so okay, let me tell you something else about Dalton. So we're just gonna talk. Hit the like button if you're here. We're just gonna talk really quick. So as life has been changing, I got something cool I'm gonna share with y'all. Probably the new year. Um, you know, things that happened to me in May. Remember, like just the whole thing where people want to attack me and the threatening me and the YouTube stuff and all of that stuff. I thought that everything was over, you know what I mean? And it affected my personal relationships, it affected my business, it affected myself, how I felt and valued myself. So I just wanted to share with you guys how, you know, how the internet works and how things can happen. But what was so cool about it was I never knew who was watching what was going on, like you guys. A lot of y'all just came through, helped me, made sure I stayed afloat. And then it was a lot of people y'all would never know watching this whole drama with the Burgundy Blue scenario. So I've been working on that, and I hope I'll be able to share with y'all. I I just hope I can share stuff with y'all, and y'all can um it can help you later down the line, because I want y'all to know that I think winter is coming. I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones, but winter is coming. And by winter, I mean February election. February election. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. February election, aka winter, is coming. Um, and I think it's sad that you can't express yourself or say anything unless you're on a a certain panel or side. And I don't know what happened, but I was looking at Conscious video yesterday. So y'all wanted my opinion on the young man from Evanston that and let me put Conscious, if you could put your video in the chat if you're still here. Um I want to, y'all hear me out. Just hear me out. I want to say this, and y'all know I just be saying stuff like just to talk about it, because I think that we need to just face facts. Conscious video, I didn't even know what was going on. I haven't seen it because I've been just gone, right? So, and it's, you guys, if you don't know, like, to be in the environment of Dolton, to be near Dolton, and to talk about it all day, that would be overkill. So that's why I have to surround myself with other stuff. I could not be absorbed with Dolton. It's just too much. And some of the stuff I can't believe, not Conscious video, but some of the stuff, like, I'm not saying that people are fibbing. Y'all know I say tell a story or fib or whatever. But come on, y'all. Some of this stuff, these stories be stretched out, and y'all just be falling for it, and they be feeling like it's a slow news day to me. So I'm gonna talk about that when I get more time. But let's get back to Conscious video that they did. And winter is coming. Kevin, rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. Oh my goodness, Dracaris. Was it? How do I say it? Choose Dracaris. So this video was kind of different because I'm like, now wait a minute, it's this young man, because y'all always sent me like screenshots when he would say something, if I was mentioned or anything like that. But it's this young man from Evanston. Um, what's his name? Hold on, I'm sorry. I just saw that. Um, he's fighting for, he's friends with what's the young man name? I can't think of it. Let me go to Conscious video first. So I guess he's friends with Ryan, who we love. Ryan's gay Chicago from Harvey. And I saw him. I've never spoken to him because of course the Burgundy Blue curse was over me. So nobody will speak to me. But the whole thing, this is this young man right here. He's been at all the meetings. And you guys, Carl, that's his name. You guys always, so he spoke at the county meeting, right? I didn't even get to see the whole thing, but I saw it on Ryan's channel, and then I saw it on Conscious channel. And so I guess it became a whole uproar because I guess he's calling everybody out. He's not just on the Tiffany train, where I think that a lot of times people are just on the Tiffany train, like it's Tiffany single-handedly by herself destroyed the whole Thornton Township and Southland. And I think that people are just steadily on Tiffany. Now, I'm gonna be full disclosure. I didn't get to listen to everything he said, but I know he said a name that you post. It's a no name. That's a no. Like, remember when your kids are bad, you get your hand slapped. It's a no name. And I don't know more. I don't know anything about that person, politics or anything like that. But it, oh, he wrote a post on Facebook. Oh well, Carl, you in danger. What we say? See, y'all gotta keep me up. Carl, you in danger, girl. Carl said he want all this. said, Carl said, I come all the way south from my affluent suburb. That's when I paused the video. He was like, I'm from one of the most affluent suburbs in the Cook County, which is true, right? Y'all, no, I didn't know this. I swear, y'all. Okay, so this is so when y'all be like sending me stuff, this is the only thing I heard. So this is what I heard out my ear. So I understand that's what's going on in the Southland. Believe me, when I'm not like, how do I say this? Because this is home, but a lot of the actions going on in quote unquote my home is not what represents me. So I don't represent myself the way you see a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? I'm very private, I'm very quiet, I'm sensitive, I stay to myself, and then I can just borderline crash out too. I could just go off and that'll be it. If you push me, I can go off and that'll be it. But I have a kindness and a compassion for people. So I really can't get up there and disrespect, not saying up on a podium, but I don't disrespect my people. Remember, old girl walked up on me, excuse me, don't say nothing about my son. I said, hello, good evening. That's my personality. I'm not no attack. I'm not an attack person. Hey, Gardis, what's up? So back to what Conscious did. Thanks, Douglas. Back to brave Conscious over here. You just as brave as Carl and them, huh? So y'all sent me this video and y'all was like, what do you think about this? This is what I heard, and this is because I'm someone in the community, and I noticed that Carl said he was an activist and he was out here trying to help the Southland. And when I tell you that first day I thought I saw him at the board meeting, they rolled out the red carpet for Carl. I'm just going to say from my perspective, I saw him, and I think it was the Steve guy, and they came, and the Dalton elite was rolling out the red carpet for him. So I didn't never think it would get to this point. But what did Tiffany always say? Put it in the comments. Me today, you tomorrow. Me today, you tomorrow. That's all that rings in my head when I see people are at odds. So back to what I wanted to say. He's from Evanston. This is the same thing I did when we were talking about when Grace was like you need to go back to talking about sister wives, or and you need to talk about something else. And when the advocate was like, you need to talk about something else. And what was the lady that came all the way from North Carolina told me I need to go back to talking about reality TV. Nobody that lived here, none of them lived here, but I don't have the right to talk about where I live. It's so weird. So I want to talk about something where Carl lives, where it actually touched my heart. And I volunteered for one of the elders over there. And I don't know if he knows about this, but in Evanston, y'all heard about the Black people getting reparations? Did you hear about how Evanston will only sell? Because I know he's fighting for Harvey, but I wonder about Evanston as well. They would only sell to Black people in Evanston in a corner of the neighborhood over the railroad tracks. Did y'all hear about that? So I want to just share that with you guys. So when I hear people, when they're always like, and I appreciate them coming to help, but when they're like always like, hey, and this, I swear it's nothing against him. I said the same thing when we were talking about Atlanta. I said, what about they're still fighting for the young man that was rolled in the gym mat? Is anybody marching for him? What about the North Carolina boy that they found who was hung recently? Okay, is anybody like, we're marching on Dolton? We're marching on Dolton. I'm just asking those things. Like, I mean, because these stories, just like the Dolton story captivates people, or Tiffany captivates people to come here and stand up for Dolton. I be wondering, like, okay, so I hear stories about where y'all from. It captivates me. So do you work in that areas too? You know what I mean? Am I making sense what I was saying? So right now they were fighting for their reparations. Evanston agreed to pay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Evanston. Um, it Douglas, I think it's a tricky thing. I do agree with you. I think it's kind of tricky. Um, let's see if we can hear the rest of Carl's speech and go from there. So this was at the county meeting with Tony Preckwinkle. I barely hear Tony Preckwinkle speak, so I didn't even know. Hold on, let me see. Let's see if we can get to it, because I want y'all to hear what he says about Evanston, and that's just what I heard. Because y'all ask my point of view, I usually be, just so you know, I be bored out my mind about Dolton, because it seems like it's the same thing. Tiffany bad, we good, Tiffany bad. It's just the same thing. We fighting for this, okay. No safety exits, okay. Meeting, what is it? No quorum, okay. It's just the same. Like, you could predict. I don't even know why people even show up. You could predict what's going to happen at the board meetings now. So let's go here.
You today, as somebody who came down with good intentions to the space, to understand that these people that are in the Southland and the South suburbs deserve the dignity and the life and livelihood to not be under these corrupt mayors like Christopher Clark, who is taking a family's home away for the sake of a retention fund to build a park, which he wants to call Central Park. And if you know the history of Central Park, it's not a good history. And it is a black family too. So history trying to repeat itself with that. But as I look around and I see all of this room here, I have to say, there's been a lot of gaslighting that has happened to these South suburbs. I come from one of the most affluent suburbs within this county. And I find myself at awe, even in just the threats and stuff that I've received for having not directly criticizing anyone. But the very fact that I, as an individual, have been targeted with only the good intentions.
Child, what you think happened to me? Y'all, can somebody is this thing on? Is this thing recording? Somebody give me a blue heart, make me feel better. Put a blue heart in the chat. Hey, Tracy. Excusez-moi. Excuse Carl. Carl, come to the front. He said, I only had good intentions. This camera. Just gotta hear that one more time.
The good intentions. But the very fact that I, as an individual, have been targeted with only the good intentions, with a record that reads like a saint, that even Honorable Chair, a friend of mine, thought that I should be match made with your grandson. So I would say...
Wait a minute. What happened? Who? Carl, what happened? He said he gonna get match. Somebody said that they were gonna match make him with the grandson. Or a chair? What did that have to do with the cost of Douglas? You got that right, Trey. What that have to do with anything? What they have to do with it? Even though, you know what, I understand how it is being single. you might need a hand up. Somebody might have to reference. You might need a reference. But that's on record, Carl. Tell us who tried to match you with their grandson. I need to know. Was it somebody out here in Dolton? Was it somebody in Harvey? Who was it? Was it somebody on the who was it, y'all?
And ask, as a plea from one of those affluent suburbs, because I know sometimes we're heard a little bit better in Evanston. Pay attention to the south suburbs. I would say, because it is a mess down there, don't endorse anyone for any office that's running down there. Don't put your name behind anything, because there's going to be some criminality. And for my
Carl said, y'all, Carl said, I am here and I am free. Okay. Carl said, I done went to Preckwinkle office, gave the microphone to me. Okay. This seemed long. Carl told us about where he lived, his dating life, and where he lived in the affluent suburbs. Carl, you better go ahead. Okay. We listening.
From my look as an activist that looks at social systems, everybody's going to be implicated if you're putting your names in with any of these people, Tiffany Jr., Napoleon Harris, and others. They're literally going after some of us who have and come with good intentions. Thank you.
Next speaker, Chanel.
Oh, child. Carl got up there and said what he had to say. So is this what the fuss was about? Y'all let me know, because I missed that. Okay, so back to what I heard, just because, I be all over I do different stuff. So Evanston, I want to just talk about the reparations over there. We got our own problems. When Blackstreet say, you got your problems, baby. But dating is not one of Carl's problems. Carl's got matchmakers. He doing better than me. Carl dropped the mic. We're gonna talk about that little dirt thing too, because I don't understand why them girls. I was watching Shay, shout out to Late Night Crew. He had me dying why those girls got up with some crop tops when he was getting the key to the city. Nepotism at its finest. Okay, so let's go to Evanston. See, that's when I'm listening, I'm always listening, and I just want to know, like, we all got problems. We know Dolton is exciting, all of that stuff. Poor Harvey. I don't know what's going on over there. If you know, Harvey just sort of has a world of his own. And I just never, it's crazy because people be like, it's Dolton. But it ain't looking like Riverdale, and it's not looking like Harvey. You know what I mean? Like, we're not as good as Dolton. We're not as good as South Holland. But we're not as bad as Riverdale. It's just weird. It's weird where we place. So poor Harvey just always got the beat down. And I just don't know why, when they have such a big hub for Metro and Pace and such a big contract, with all, you get downtown Harvey is a major hub for everything, and I don't know why money can't be spent in those areas. It just sucked. Phoenix, what's that other one? Phoenix, Robin, Dixmoor. It's like one of those. It's a Phoenix, like 4 blocks or something like that. It's really small, but it's actually some nice houses in Phoenix. They built, and then you got Calumet City, but then you got Burnham. Burnham is not as bad as, it's not as safe. It's weird. It's just weird over here. I'm conscious. I don't know, because it's not going. This is the sad thing about it. It's going to be the same people running. So let's say I threw my hat in to run, right? It would be more competition and more split votes. I wish I had it in me. I really do. But I don't have a politician, and I don't have a desire to because I don't even know what a trustee is or does anymore. I'm like Miss Kim. And the trustees, when they're in front of the people, they're saying, "Oh, we're here to protect you." But then when you ask them for something, and I don't mean like physical protection, but you ask them for anything, hey, what's going on with my grass? What's going on with this? Oh, I'm in charge of the purse. Then once they elected, they don't know anything. So I don't know if it's just like you just want your name on the door or if you really care. And it's this back and forth. So I don't know if anything is going to be reformed because everybody is just getting a check. And most of the people getting a check don't even live here, if that makes sense, Conscious. That's all I can say. And we vote for the same people over and over. If you live in Cook County, how many years did we vote for Dorothy Brown? We just voted. Dorothy Brown was the clerk for what? 199 years. Then when it was time to go to Secretary of State, who we vote for? Like when we get out of high school at 18 or 17, when it's time to register to vote and you go get your license, the first person on your license is Gypsy White. Gypsy White was the Secretary of State for 3.6 million years. So yeah, Vanessa, I'm the same way. And I think that, I always bring this back, and we're going to get to Eviction and Carl again, but I always bring this back to, I can't believe anybody would sit there and say, Choose had a great video about how the mayor does not vote to raise taxes. Everyone is sitting there blaming one person for their taxes being raised. And then it's kind of weird because in the same breath, like everybody was shocked when she said they were giving $2 million back from the general fund. Last year she did the $1 million back. Remember the giveaway? The same thing, and she did it a marketing spin on it, but it was coming from the general fund, right? So now this year, it's like y'all know last year this was the same thing. It was the same thing for the exemptions for the seniors and all of that stuff. That happened the same way. It's like I just don't know how we could all think it's just one person that ruined everything, especially looking at those historical videos that are popping up on Conscious. Subscribe to Conscious and choose compassion. Like it's stuff I didn't even know. It was this bomb video about, oh my goodness, we should watch it after this. It was I had no idea that Mayor Rogers and Stubbs was going back and forth that way. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that was going on in the village hall. It's just weird. And have you guys, because I haven't been around, have you guys heard with the new, like you were saying, your question was Conscious, reforming the South? Who are the new people and what are their plans to reform? Is everyone just running on transparency? Is that what everybody uses that word? Is that what we're all saying? I'm just wondering. So I think Tiffany got the streets. For sure. She does have support out here. I don't know if she will win, but she has support, and a lot of more people are supporting her day by day just based on some of the stuff is just that comes out is kind of sloppy. You know what I mean? And a lot of people discuss that. They just discuss it. It's not just you hearing it for Burgundy Blue, but people be like, that's a stretch. That's just what it is. I think that press can be something that could help and it could hurt. And while you're thinking you're hurting somebody else, a lot of people are able to use their what's that thing Shay play? Use your common sense. This the kidnappers. A lot of people are able to use their common sense. Thank you, Vanessa. They are able to use their common sense and be like, yeah, you putting 20 on 10, laying it on a little thick. How is the news here for everything? Lil Durk, people ain't even following Lil Durk house like this right now, like they following Tiffany. So real quick, let's go back to Carl because I got off track. And I just want to share with you with the reparations from Evanston. And it's no shade to him. It's just when I heard him say that affluent suburb, and I always hear people that be like, "Oh, well, I drove all the way up here from Georgia." Okay, but do I understand Tiffany's the big news, or I drove all the way from New York and Washington. I understand Tiffany the big news, but let's talk about some news going on there, because just like you hear what's going on here, we hear what's going on where you are. So this has been going on for a couple of years, and we covered this on this channel. But here's the newest briefing.
Is the first city in the nation believed to offer financial reparations to Black residents who suffered from decades of housing discrimination because of racist government policies. Many hope the historic program will pave the way for more reparations in other cities, but some are saying it's not enough. Tremont Terry with our Chicago station WBBM has more.
Across Evanston, there's a push to right the wrong done by the city. Several decades ago, African Americans were redlined. Here's a look at where Blacks could live in the city.
People of color, such as myself and my dad, who grew up here in Evanston, just a couple blocks over, this is the area where they could live.
Vanessa Johnson McCoy is a realtor in Evanston.
Years ago, that was not the opportunity, that we just couldn't take them to anywhere.
She recalls the challenges her parents faced in the 1950s and knows the obstacles Blacks in Evanston endured looking for housing.
The banks would not allow them to, they wouldn't give them money to buy outside of this area. It was very challenging.
She's pleased to see Evanston correct the wrong through reparations. The city already approved $10 million over a decade to put towards reparations from the pot revenue. Now $400,000 will be available to Blacks whose families were impacted by the racist housing policy.
Well, I say it's definitely a start. And I say, yes, we have to begin somewhere.
What this plan is not reparations.
Sebastian Knowles organized the Evanston Rejects Racist Reparations Group. It supports reparations, yet the organization claims what the money can be used for places huge limitations.
Residents are unable to use their funds for anything other than housing.
Currently, less than 20 people will be eligible for the estimated $25,000. The money payments go towards home repairs, down payments, or mortgages. Evanston Rejects Racist Reparations says there's no accountability for the next phase.
You can't take a step forward without knowing what the second step is. And we don't know what the second step is.
Housing is just the first step, and there will be other parts of this initiative.
Okay, so that was, we're going to close it up on that part. Shout out to Conscious, and I just wanted to talk about Evanston a little bit because that was something dear to my heart. And yeah, and shout out to Carl for getting that date and telling us on public record. Okay, so it's very interesting. So let me go to another video. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Oh, y'all, it's not easy at all. I'm telling you, this is not cool. This is not cool what we're going through. I think what we're going through is a lot more hate than anything. I don't even think we're going through, it's a lot of more mean-spirited and hate stuff. I will say one thing. No matter how you feel about Tiffany, like people have said that the mayor is a narcissist, she's this, she's that, she's stubborn. That lady's strong. That lady's strong to be able to walk into a room where everybody can't stand her, or every day she wake up is 6 or 7 videos made about her. She has to have some kind of fortress and love around her for her to be able to bounce back every day. It just has to be something. And I also think that she probably has some kind of political support behind her. just for her to have the confidence. Now, I don't know. She said she was going to run for both seats. I don't know, but if I don't know about Thornton Township, but we do know she said she was running back for Dolton. I didn't find out. We won't know until Monday if the other lady, what was her name? We talked about her. I don't mean to disrespect her name. I had her here. What's her name? I don't know. But she was, I don't know if she got all the signatures needed. We don't know who got all the signatures needed. But I mean, even when Tiffany was arriving to fill out for her, you know, I guess to turn in her petitions to run for mayor, run for re-election, I guess. Is that when they had to get all their signatures? This week when they had to turn in their petitions? Y'all, I'm so sorry. I missed everything. But let's say Tiffany wanted to run for re-election. She has to get everything in a row, and she has to have support. And I think she probably do have political support, but I think a lot of people just are scared to voice that political support. We never know what kind of support she has. Yeah, Gardis, you are absolutely right. He'll be running for Thornton. And you know what's so funny, Conscious? I remember when they remember it. I have to send you that video. Did you see that video when they before Tiffany got elected? I think his name was on the list and nobody got a first or a second. So that's interesting. What else I wanted to say? So I guess Monday we'll figure out who all is running for mayor of Dolton. It's almost like I wouldn't. I see. I'm trying to be, y'all, I'm not trying to be politically correct, but I'm really sitting up here saying, y'all know nothing has been done, right? This has been months. Nobody's been arrested. Nobody's been, the worst was some bankruptcy stuff. Where's Lacey at lately? I wonder. I haven't seen him. Usually I'll see him driving around, even, you know, I haven't seen him in a while. Haven't seen him. So I wonder what he's doing, if he's just retired and enjoying it. I just wonder. I don't know why that crossed my mind. But who's our police chief now? Do anybody know who our police chief is? Did I miss that too? Are we still trying to figure out who our chief is? Like, I just feel like nothing's getting done. Everything's on a standstill. Everything's looking very, and the residents are the only ones that suffer. And what happens if a year from now we find out that the devil we do know, how did that saying go? The devil you know is better than the one you don't, or something like that. Like, it's just going to be weird. And the fact is, no one would be fighting for Dolton if we didn't have money. We got money, because wouldn't nobody be trying to do anything if we couldn't get aid or money. I'm trying to get the key from Luther. There's plenty of money. But Scott, when Zuccarelli was in that same room, now I'm gonna stand on that. Zuccarelli was in that same room where Tiffany sit, and nobody said nothing about a safety issue. And it wouldn't be a safety issue if people could sit down and stay in their seats and let people speak at the mic, right? And I mean both sides. Let people speak at the mic. That mean the audience too. Let the people say their piece and sit down. Like, if we could just do it in an orderly fashion, it would not be a safety issue. You know what I mean? So I'm that's my thing. I just be like, okay, I get it. Y'all don't like her, but come on now. Like, that same boardroom, y'all was sitting in there with Zuccarelli too. So it's just weird. It's just weird. But now all of a sudden, like, I would love if those old Thornton Township meetings, if I can get my hand on that, I would love to see how many people would be in the room at those board meetings. I just wanted to see. Now it's like truly studied. People are there all the time. Oh my goodness. So wait, I'm missing something. What? Oh, what's happening? Somebody's supposed to. Okay, let me know what's going on, y'all. So anyway, okay. So what else was we talking about? Cause y'all got me. Let's talk about the. Okay, y'all put on the list. We're gonna talk about Tiffany not paying her rent, right? Okay, let's go to it. Rent. Tiffany not paying her rent. So all we're gonna do over here is break down what. So should we do NBC or Fox? Cause y'all sent me both. Well, let's start with Fox. So I think okay. So y'all want Burgundy's opinion. So hit the like button since you want my opinion. So I think my thing is I just can't believe that we never saw any cars or news cameras in front of this house from the get-go. That was my shock. Anytime we saw Dane Placo or anybody running behind Tiffany, it was at the mom address, right? So I just found this interesting that this was a big thing. Let's just go to it and see what's going on. Y'all let me know. And put in the comments, do you think Tiffany not paying her rent? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Who owns a Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants her out. NBC5's Regina Waldrop with the story.
We talked to Tiffany Henyard's landlord, and she says she came to this Thornton Township meeting Tuesday night hoping to get paid.
Y'all know we talk fashion over here. Regina, your wig is really good. I really like her wig. It's really natural. I want a wig. I just don't know where to get one. I don't know how to wear it. Every time I wear a wig, I look like I'm trying to like impersonate James Brown or something. But that's a really good wig. So just so y'all know, if y'all didn't know, we talk fashion over here too.
What she says she's owed.
We do not have a quorum, so we will not be having a board meeting this evening.
With Thornton Township's board meeting canceled, Janetta Hull will have to find another way to serve an eviction notice to Supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
Ooh, Janetta, that bob is bobbing.
Also, Dolton's mayor.
So now I have to pay a special process service in order to get them served, which is more fees for me.
Hull says she...
Okay, so this the house. First... Wait. The news is so shady. Y'all look at the grass blades in the camera. Look how high the grass is. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I didn't like the bottom. I like the my top can't get together choose. Like, like the part. I always look like I got a front door screen. Like I tried a wig closure and it looked like a screen door on my forehead. I just couldn't do it. But anyway, oh my God, why they so look at the grass? But so you guys, so you know what's gonna happen next. The landlord gonna come to Village Hall and she gonna be like, I got a ticket for grass from the Village of Dawn. That's gonna be another news story. Oh Lord, they so shady. That house looks so cold. It looks like like y'all said nobody lives there. The side look boarded up, that side left window. Man, but I would have all my windows. I shut all my windows anyway because I don't like people looking in it. I mean, it's weirdos.
Leased this home to Henyard and her boyfriend in 2021. She says the last payment came in August. She filed eviction papers last month. She says she's now owed $5,000 in back rent.
Wait, because I missed it because we sitting over here. I'm reading the comments. We talking about fashion and what happened over here, y'all? Because y'all don't start with me. What happened? What was up? No, that's not her mom's house. They said put the cameras on the ground to make the law. Oh my goodness. You know what? Conscious has a question. Okay, let's talk about rent after we finish this. Dolton rent. We said this in the beginning when I started my channel. I was saying like basically not Miss Janetta, but landlords here, it's like those rent places. They like these corporations that rent houses and they buy these abandoned houses here in Dolton and they'll put and look, the house we had this one house right by our house the lady died. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. My baby was like, I could put my baby on my hip, I think, maybe. Was he that little? So, I would say she died in like 2001, and her house was the roof was caved in, raccoons was living in it, her belongings were still there, it was trashed. And I think one of those rent places, they came and bought it like in 2018. It sat there for like 17 years. And we was like, ain't no way they gonna do this house, baby. They put some shingles on that roof, some white paint, put a dang on gray wall, white molding, and they put a stainless steel refrigerator in there, and then they charge like $3,000 for rent. It's no way I pay that much for rent in Dolton. It's just no way. Now, when we came back, when my mom was getting sick and we came back, I tried to rent a home in Dolton. $2,000, $2,500. Then you still got to pay your water, ain't no way. Ain't no way. It's just no way I would pay that much. Now, a lot of these places get away with that because some people have Section 8. Let's say their Section 8 is $1,500 and they could pocket the $1,000 or something like that. They could pay the $1,000 out of pocket. But that's all they do. They come here, they put a stainless steel refrigerator in there. They put some white crown molding, and then they put the rent up to $2,800, and it's just really, really high. Now, over where this house is, it's in a better little nook of Dolton. So yeah, I understand. And it depends on how many bedrooms she has and what kind of work she put into the house. But yeah, the going rate for houses, like if you want to rent, it's gonna start off at $2,000. 1,800 means you got one floor. You probably got one of those houses that's like one floor all the way. But once you got a basement, child, it's over. It's $2,000 and up. Just so you know. Hey, Dave's channel, Andrea. Hello, Jesse. Hello, everybody. All right, let's go. Let's see what they say.
$1,000 in back rent plus late fees a month. She says she's now owed.
I didn't hear the rent. The rent was what? And that brown is working for her, that chocolate.
More fees for me.
Hull says she leased this home to Henyard and her boyfriend in 2021. She says the last payment came in August. She filed eviction.
Okay. Wait a minute. Where my calendar at? Did I miss something? Because I might have missed something. Hold on. And I'm being serious. Okay. So when was this news story? October? Filed eviction was September. Her last payment was in August. So that meant Tiffany did pay August? Did I hear? No, I'm asking, did y'all hear it right?
Fees for me.
Hull says she leased this home to Henyard and her boyfriend in 2021. She says the last payment came in August. She filed eviction papers last month. She says she's now owed $5,000 in back rent plus late fees.
Okay. Oh, so two things. Number one, that's the problem. I think people should really own property that live in Dolton. Not to say the mayor did own a house, but I think they should be invested and have to live here when they become mayor. I think Riley did the same thing, and like Andrew Holmes, he really don't. I think that should be something. But okay, here am I 2,500 is a deal. No, am I missing something? Okay. I'm being honest because y'all know. Okay, so it's October. The last payment came in August. She filed last month. What happened? Did I miss something? One more time. So did she file because she was missing the 30 days of back rent? I just want to play it one more time. Y'all let me know your thoughts. I love your thoughts.
Have to pay a special process service in order to get them served, which is more fees for me.
Hull says she leased this home to Henyard and her boyfriend in 2021. She says the last payment came in August. She filed eviction papers last month. She says she's now owed $5,000 in back rent plus late fees.
So I guess it's September rent and October rent, right? September. Oh, thank you, Tracy, and Jazzy. Okay, so September and October. So, all right, let's go.
She says the couple was a no-show for a Zoom hearing Tuesday morning.
The sheriff's been out here a few times to serve them. For a household that makes, over $350,000 a year, I'm asking for pennies.
Hull says she hasn't been able to gain access to the home or garage to do maintenance.
I gave them 48 hours notice. And
I ain't gonna lie. 2021 to 2024. And so she just started missing payment. What happened? Like, it seemed like they were paying her, from what y'all heard, pretty good. It doesn't look like anybody in that house to me, just from the outside. What do you think, y'all? What's y'all thoughts on what could have happened? 3 years she was getting rent payments, no problem. Now at the end, it happened.
And then I also text them about 15 minutes before I got here. So they're the.
And I could understand I could understand Tiffany not letting nobody in the house, because I would be so scared. Y'all, I stopped my business a lot because of this whole Dolton thing. Like, let me tell you, let's be honest. Like, I stopped a lot of stuff I did in my business, because if I let somebody in my house, now it'll be all over the internet, whatever what they saw or whatever. And I just no. So I understand that. What was the maintenance needed? Was it really needed maintenance? Did Tiffany request the maintenance? Is it what did she need to get in there for? I would just like to know. Because I know that could be an issue, because if I'm already at odds with you and we bump heads, and then you say, oh yeah, by the way, I need to get in there tomorrow. Okay, y'all had sent that too. So the landlord raised the rent and they refused to pay the hike, allegedly. So did she raise it like per the lease? You know what I mean? See, it's so many things I be wanting to know. Like, so was it like, okay, if you sign a lease for another year, the taxes that went up on my house, I gotta go up. The inflation stuff happens. I gotta pay. They making me pay my mortgage, and I gotta pay my mortgage, and I still gotta try to pay my mortgage and make an income off my property. Or did you just call and say that? I'm just wondering, because we're not there. We're just hearing that. So let's see.
Code on the garage, and then there's locks on the front door that were changed.
In a statement, an attorney for Tiffany Henyard told NBC5 no comment at this time. Hull says she regrets renting to the couple.
I don't think the money is worth it. The cash up front is not worth it. I would have rather rented to someone who, is an honest person and goes to work every day and works hard.
This matter heads back to court next Tuesday at the Markham Courthouse. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Thank you, Regina.
Okay, so if Tiffany's not in there, if the mayor and them are not in there, how y'all think this is going to end up? Could it be that we just end our lease? Could it be you just go ahead and get another renter? I'm one to say, if you got it, go ahead and pay it. So if she feels like they're owing $5,000, so that would be September and October, I would send a check, have it paid. If I wouldn't even argue about it. I wonder what else is happening, because it does look like no one's there, but I don't think Tiffany needs to have, like, people's like, she just having that address to be mayor. She doesn't need that address. She's been a resident of Dolton for 40 years. So she got a home address from her mother. So she don't need to pay $2,500 a month for an empty house with Kamal. She could just use that address. You know what I mean? Then she said cash up front. Baby, cash. Yep, she said the cash up front. What y'all think about the cash up front? What y'all think about that? That's interesting. If you're 2021 was a hard year for a lot of people. If you're able to get that 2-3 months up front, hey. Let's see. Let's look at the Foxwood, because I like what people do different. Let's see. You know, the only thing I wish from the mayor is that she would speak up and tell us what's going on, like the defense wise. Okay, Dawn Hasbrook looking like Daenerys Targaryen. Go ahead, look at her dress, y'all. Of course she did. Wait a minute now. Yeah, that's all she says. Oh, y'all can't hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, let me see if I can share it again so you can see the video. Thanks, y'all. I didn't hear anything. So she said that she called her. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's see. Let me know if this is better.
People that they cannot control, that they cannot get out the way.
Embattled Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard in a rambling Facebook video nearly 90 minutes long. She posted that as she's facing more trouble.
She and her boyfriend are being evicted from the house they rent in Dolton. Together, the couple makes more than $300,000, according to public payroll records. But their landlord says they're not paying the rent. She talked with Dane Placco.
Initially, I didn't want to go on camera, but right now I feel like I'm at wit's end. I have nowhere else to turn.
Janetta Hull says she considered Tiffany Henyard a friend and even did campaign work for the Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. But things changed in 2021 when she was about to rent out this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home she owns in Dolton to a family and got a late-night call from the mayor.
And she's like, hey, this is Mayor Henyard. And I'm like, hi. And then she's like, I heard that you were renting your house. And I said, yeah. And I said, I have somebody that's moving in soon. And she says, no, they can't move in because I want it. And I'm like, excuse me?
Feeling pressured, Hull says she agreed to rent the house to Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods.
Wow. So can you imagine being the family that was about to move in? Can y'all imagine that? Like you getting ready to move into your home, probably your dream home, possibly. And then she like, nah, I got an offer from the mayor. So, wow, that's kind of, yeah, isn't that sad? That's really sad. That's really sad. And then, you know, she's young, she's a homeowner. And for her to just immediately say, you know what, no. But I guess she figured it was going to be guaranteed money, you know, coming from the mayor. I don't know. Thank you, Hiram. I missed you too.
Who holds a 6-figure job at the township. Henyard signed the original lease and on the line asking about.
Oh no, Fox, you ain't blurred nothing
job.
out. You see, well, shoot, well, they ain't blurred out. You know, y'all know me. Let's go back. Dane Placco ain't blurred out.
Henyard signed the original lease, and on the line asking about her job.
You see here, she only put mayor for employment.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000.
You see here, she only put mayor for employment.
Okay, I got a question. What's wrong with that? I am confusion because wait a minute, hold on. Googling, Alexa, when did Frank Zuccarelli pass away? Because okay, 2022. So if she rented the place in 2021, wasn't she only the mayor? Because Frank was still the supervisor. Y'all know, just tell me. This is what I be like, because stuff just be like whoosh. I know it sound good, but what's the problem with her saying that she the mayor? Did I hear that wrong? Y'all know we got to do it again.
I said, I have somebody that's moving in soon. And she says, no, they can't move in because I want it. And I'm like, excuse me?
Feeling pressured, Hull says she agreed to rent the house to Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who holds a six-figure job at the township. Henyard signed the original lease, and on the line asking about her job.
You see here, she only put mayor for employment.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000 as mayor and township supervisor, but is the focus of an ongoing FBI investigation.
Okay, I want to put what Jazzy said. Jazzy said, well, she should have written her employer, not just mayor. First of all, that application should have been null and void. This whole application. This whole application. You right, Jazzy. Throw the whole application away. Wait a minute. This your application. Mayor. Not Dolton, mayor of the village of Dolton. That I didn't catch that, Jazzy. That is funny. Oh my goodness. Like, here, mayor, here go your cash. Here go your 10 band. Oh wow. No effort.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000 as mayor and township supervisor.
But I still stand by what I said. Even if it was 20 and 21, dang Placco, she was not making $300,000 in 2021. Now, yes, not then.
But is the focus of an ongoing FBI investigation for extravagant spending, questionable contracts, and using tax dollars for personal gain. Hull says things started to unravel this summer when she was forced to raise the rent by $200 to $2,400 a month because her property taxes went up again.
So with that, I had to equate that into the rent. And Kamal said,
okay, so this would be great for you guys that break it down. Because actually 2021. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jeanette. I hate leaving people pause looking crazy.
That he couldn't afford it.
Let's see. Okay. Well, I tried. I was trying not to.
She says,
looking crazy. Nobody. Okay. So anyway, 2021, she was only the mayor, literally on that application, literally. But choose. This might be a good breakdown method because now Janetta said if we saw November is when the lease was signed. This summer she raised the rent. Don't you have to wait? I'm not, Lord. I have not been blessed to be a landlord yet. But don't you have to wait until isn't your lease binding until the end of the term? Then you go ahead and increase the rent. So midsummer would not be the end of the lease if that contract was signed in November, right? Just asking. Jazzy, me too. I buy a whole house cash. I'm just wondering, just wondering. So it would have been, so thanks, Dave. So I'm just wondering, like, don't you have to wait? But maybe not. Like I said, I haven't been a landlord, so.
Henyard and Woods refused to pay the extra rent in August, then stopped paying altogether.
Did they pay for September?
No.
Did they pay for October?
No.
That's why you're trying to get them removed?
Yes.
Hull says not only are the couple thousands of dollars behind in rent, but they also changed the locks and garage door code, so she can't get inside.
If I push and go over there with the locksmith and try to change them back, I think that she's going to probably have me arrested.
So Hull went to court and filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and Woods. But Cook County sheriffs have tried and failed to serve that suit, both at the home and Village Hall. Now Hull is paying a process server to track one of them down.
What position does this put you in?
A very hard position. I'm between a rock and a hard place. I haven't worked in several months, and I am fearful that I may lose the house.
She says Henyard blocked her months ago, but with all the controversy surrounding Henyard's spending of tax dollars, she wants to send the mayor a message.
At some point, you would have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you. Just pay your rent.
She says even if Henyard and her boyfriend come up with that money, she still wants them out of her house, which is on a month-to-month lease. They reached out to the couple and Henyard's criminal defense attorney, but so far have not reached.
Oh, it was a month-to-month lease. Oh, wow. How y'all feel about that? How do you feel about the mayor being on a month-to-month lease when she's the mayor for 4 years? That's one. Two, why would Miss Janetta pass up a family that was going to move in probably and be there forever over a month-to-month lease? And three, my final thoughts, I think the thing broke was when the rent got raised. They probably got into it. Now, it seems like she was free falling until September. And September, they were like, we're not paying. Y'all ever saw Martin? Remember when the landlord raised Martin rent? And he was like, I'm not going to pay the $5. Y'all remember that episode? And everybody was like, yeah, we ain't paying $500. Yeah, that's a lot. $5,000, that's a lot. He was like, no, $5. And they was freezing. So they must have been like, we're not going to pay the $5. And yeah, month to month. Conscious got a Conscious. See, you and Choose and y'all breakdowns are chef's kiss. Maybe this is something y'all could break down, because that's just it. That's just all I have. That's interesting to see this big fight and over. Wow, you know what I mean? Interesting. Because it seemed like it was smooth sailing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Miss Janetta said she not to be played with. She was in court. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me they paid August rent, and by October she was filing? They missed 1 month. She was like, not on my watch. And she went to court. She not to be played with. Child. And I think that's a big problem. We were talking about that in Dolton history lessons. A lot of times back in the day in Dolton, in order for you to be a board member, you had to own a home in Dolton. Your kids had to go to school in Dolton. And it was even, you had to have a job with the municipality because you were so invested in your community. Well, now we know 90% of the firefighters live nowhere near Dolton. We know the police officers really don't live around Dolton. We know allegedly some of the board members don't live in Dolton. So it's not really an investment. If we look at this house, y'all saying Tiffany don't live in Dolton, so it's not an investment in your community if you don't live here. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking about the board. I really think Tiffany's the only one, mayor-wise, who, am I wrong? Besides Tiffany, who parents are in Dolton, Stan Brown, who him and his wife are big, strong people in Dolton. I'm trying to think. I don't think anybody else on that board has roots in Dolton more than Tiffany and Stan Brown, where their family lives here. They built here. They stayed here. Yeah, it's really interesting to see. A lot of people probably just rent, moved in at a later age, stuff like that. Absolutely. Jazzy said month-to-month leases are usually for folks that just flew here. Nobody wants to follow the rule. And if I was Tiffany, I would just, I would dead it to not make it continually be a story. Here go your money, child. But I guess you gotta go to court. And you know what? I'm telling you, it's a good time to be a lawyer. Woo! It's a good time. Y'all, anybody, how long it take us to pass the bar? Because we all could get a job up in Dolton. It's, my goodness, it's a good time to be a lawyer and be out here in the suburbs. Yeah. Every time you turn around, you're gonna talk to my attorney. Golly. Sheesh. I mean, everybody, not just the officials. Everybody now got an attorney. What else did y'all email me? Let me see what's going on. What was going on? Y'all emailed me this. Oh, y'all want to talk about who's all running for Thornton Township? Let's get to that later. Shout out to Critical Smoker and Reality Check TV. I am so happy them brothers are able to go out there, because y'all, well, first of all, Reality Check TV, stay prayed up, number one. Number two, that it just was killing my soul. It was just killing my soul. I was getting acne just to be in that area. It's just like, so I'm so happy that they're able to go out there and deal with the arguing people. And that's good. I hope it works out. One thing about it is it's always harsh, because when you get a property, when you get a house and you rent your house out, you're trying to pay for your mortgage on that house, move on with your life, and also get a little income. And I just hope it all works out for everybody. Just honestly, just hoping everybody it works out. Girl, that bar, baby, that bar. Ooh, they stay at the bar. What else is going on today? Well, I'm about to go I got some stuff to do, and I have to clean up, and then I have to try to meet one of my friends and get stuff done. And I'll be back. Y'all go ahead and send me some more questions. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I like I said, I think it was those two I want to talk. I really don't have time to talk about the Thornton Township, but if y'all want to talk about anything else, let me know what y'all want to talk about, and then I'll come in and give my little 2 cents. I just hope it all works out. I really can't wait for this election to be over, just because I'm ready just to see where the cards are going to lay. And I know it's going to be, and if you guys don't know, if Tiffany does not win, it's going to be 4 years of blaming Tiffany for everything that went wrong, period. It don't matter who wins. It's going to be, just so y'all know, let me give you the cliff notes. It's going to be 4 years. We can't do that because of previous administration. That's going to be going on for 4 years, maybe 8. So really, the people of Dolton, we're fending for ourselves. That's it. That's all. Yeah, the real fun does stuff. Didn't I tell everybody that? I said, everybody was like, oh, it's about, I said, no, you got to wait till after Christmas. November about to be a fool. Then you got to wait till after Christmas. And, y'all know, I don't, I already told you, choose, we getting on the plane. We're going to be on 90 Day Fiance. We're going to be over there in Greece, sitting down to Greece with love. We're going to be over there with some Chablis, getting fed grapes. And we getting up out of town before election. I don't even want to be here. So y'all get your early voting on. Oh, but first of all, if the person in my opinion, and in the 4 years is going to get rid of the new mayor, I give them 2 before they start turning on them. I give them 2 years before, if you don't do what whoever wants you to do, say, you better do it. Hey, side note, where's Lori Lightfoot? Is she still getting paid? Did y'all hear anything? Because I've been out the loop. Is she still investigating? Is she still getting paid? What's going on? What's the tea? Have y'all heard anything? Because Brandon Johnson, y'all, that whole little Dirk thing, I have to come back. That whole little Dirk thing was something else. And Brandon Johnson got that $150,000 bonus from Lil Durk or donation, and the news is all over Brandon Johnson to give that $150,000 back. And I want to know what y'all think. Do you think he should? Because I actually, aren't you still innocent until proven guilty? I think everybody is, right? You could assume anything, but does he have to give the $150,000 back? You know, it's just been crazy. Hey, Real Magnolia, hello. It ain't we just pay about an hour, Tracy. I'm just wondering, like all that stuff was going on where they was swooping in, getting all Tiffany people and all that stuff, and nothing like y'all, it's crazy. It just seemed like it was a lot of people. I always hear like it don't matter. I could go to Dunkin' Donuts right now and get me 5 munchkins. And if you know how you like, I like the chocolate ones. Which munchkins do y'all like? I like the powdered donut and the chocolate munchkins. So, ooh, I'm hungry. So, you guys, you get 5 donut holes. So you can either ask for like the 5 all chocolate, 5 all plain, or 5 powdered, right? Or you could ask for a mix and they just mix it up. So one day, like if you're at Dunkin', like just go to the Dunkin' and Dolton. Get the wrong order immediately. Whoever back there, if they Dolton affiliated, you will be hearing from my attorney. You gave me 1 powdered donut and 4 chocolates. You're gonna talk to my lawyer. I'm like, y'all, chill. And I'm being lightweight with it, but seriously, if you go to the Dunkin' Donuts in Dolton, if you go in the morning, it's like a group of older guys. They're like retirees, and they sit there and they have coffee and they fellowship. But a couple of the Dolton nights that y'all see, they are so rude to the servers up in there. Oh my God, they so rude. They like basically are Mariah Carey. I want all green M&Ms. They are so rude to everybody now because now they're on TV. Because YouTube is TV now, right? If y'all didn't know, now YouTube is TV. Y'all, everybody, you'll be hearing from my attorney. I'm calling the police. Okay, I'm not calling the police. I'm calling the feds. I'm like, y'all, calm down. It's a donut. It's a donut. It's a donut. YouTube is not real TV. We can calm down now. We can calm down. I'm just me. I'm just this little blue floating heart, this little multi-color heart right here floating around. I'm not even a real person, y'all. It's just TV. So let me tell y'all something that happened. Like in the real person, I mean, it's not TV. It's just YouTube. It's just I'm some lady with a phone over here, y'all, and a computer. So let me tell y'all what happened. So this is real life. So I have work to do, right? So I know this person is listening. So this is why I wanted to say this, because I hope it changes some people's hearts. So it's this particular person. We work together all the time for on different genres of stuff. And I got a call from somebody amazing. I'm gonna tell y'all about in the new year. So this, I've been doing other stuff right now, but I just got a call for somebody that just went through, and I have to thank one person for that. 2 people, 3. I got this call because of Random News, Choose Compassion, and Conscious. Got to tell y'all thank you. I'll fill you in later. So they were following this story and they couldn't figure out who I was. And for the longest, they thought I was this little old lady behind a computer, which I am. So I'm still, it's taking me a minute because I still can't believe this is happening right now. So let me tell you about real life. So we're here, and this has me talking about Dolton has caused so much anxiety and pressure in my life. I want to thank all y'all that we talk personally. My people, we talk personally. And when I was just going through stuff with Noah and stuff, y'all was there for me. Thank you. When I'm going through stuff myself in my head too much, y'all was there for me. Thank you. When I just didn't understand how the internet worked, y'all was there for me. Thank you. Grief is a process. It's things that go on that you just don't know. One day you feel okay, the next day it just, I don't know. And I think I was grieving my old life because I had to come back here. And I knew the first time when I did leave Dolton to try to get a better life for me and my child, I knew why I wanted to leave. And now I'm back here and I'm like, fudge, I didn't want to be here. You know, I just did not want to be here. It's no slight to Dolton. It's just the energy I have, because it's great people here. Let me be real. It's great people here. The energy I have is not Midwest bound. I'm just not a Midwest girl at heart anymore. I'm just not a Midwest girl. That's all I want to say. Love the Midwest. It's just not for me. It's too cold for me on a lot of things. A lot of expectations. You know, you don't have perfect edges. It's a problem. You don't have a Gucci purse, even though we got a food kitchen. It's you broke. If your car don't have spinning rims, do they still do spinning rims? If you only got a chain, you're broke. If you ain't got a big ring with all the clustered diamonds up in it, you're broke. You know, I just didn't want that for myself. And I like to be free and be able to walk walk if I want to without somebody saying, oh, well, Burgundy walking. Well, that's because she broke and she don't got a car. No, I'm just walking because I want to live longer for my health. I want to walk and exercise to live longer. You know, if I get on public transportation, I want to save gas, save the environment. I just want a different area for myself. And like I said, a lot of people, it's not what you see. Like, I don't walk up yelling at people and screaming and hollering. I think I did that recently. I yelled at somebody and I was like, where did this come from? Me screaming and yelling and going off. And I was like, where did this come from? Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm from Dolton where we stand on people's heads. Is that what we got? That's the t-shirt I got on right now? You know, that's what I was thinking. And I had to reel myself back because it made me lose myself, you know. So, saying all that to say, I got this amazing situation going on because somebody heard me because of random news. It was crazy, and conscious and choose, and it was really insane. And I never thought, because a lot of times people just look at one side of the story and they never look at the other side. So anyway, this huge person, they followed what was going on and they found me and called me. So let's get back to how real life works. So on the internet, I'm the most hated person in Dolton for whatever reason. Nobody likes me. They hate me. They done dug up my deceased parents, and they also have looked to find my biological parents online. And I'm not a public figure. Y'all, I just want to tell you that changed my life. And I thank y'all for just supporting me. So we'll see where this journey take us. So now let's go to real life. So I get this opportunity, this trip to talk about what's been going on, with me in real life. And so I had a chance to bring somebody with me, and I love this person, and I wanted her to be a part of this new journey. Y'all, why I see her laughing at me in Dolton politics? I said, oh, hell no. So I couldn't bring her with her. I couldn't bring her with me. She was laughing about my feet in Dolton politics. I was like, oh, damn. Then I wanted to bring. So she calls me and she's like, hey, Berg, are we, what's going on? I want to have lunch. And I don't know if I should have lunch with her because I'm like, girl, you can see, you know, when somebody say something and it say who laughing, who commenting, or whatever. I felt so bad because we really did well together, and now I'm like, damn. She went over there and was acting up and trying to tell my business or whatever, inboxing people, and now she want to come work for me. I can't have it. Oh no, that's what I said. And so it kind of messed up our real life relationship because of some on the internet. Ain't that crazy? I'm really heartbroken about that because the weird part is she and I had been waiting on this time, something big to break. And now when it broke, damn, Dolton then sat up here and got in the middle of all of that. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? You have to stay. That's what I'm saying. You have to stay. Now, in the meantime, she knows my character. We're together all the time. But you know, you're passing up now we have to pass up a life-changing moment to be kickling and gagging in Dolton politics. So what I'm saying that to say, I'm not just saying or on internet or on YouTube or on anything. If this is your real life, this is all I want to say that. If this is your real life, I don't see nothing wrong with laughing or having a good time or talking, but make sure you have yourself covered, especially if it's someone like that I think her whole thing was she thought I was over and I thought I was over. So I thought it was the end of everything. Like, oh my goodness, how do the internet work right now? Not just that, just dealing with you know, the depression at the time and stuff like that, dealing with grief at the time, dealing with trying to get myself back at the time, just all of that. And dealing with that, and then how everybody just shunned me because it was whispers in this small town and it went national. And just to think, Tiffany Henyard is the most popular thing on the internet, period. Period. Hate her or love her, she has changed millions of YouTubers' lives where they're making money. Not millions, but she's probably made millions of dollars for YouTubers all over who just sit down to talk about Tiffany and to cover Dolton. She's the hottest thing. If you don't have her name in the title, people don't want to see it. People don't want to see it if her name's not in the title. So I wanted to just bring that story out to show you that sometimes you have to worry about your life here instead of the popular vote when people are not going to be there to support you. You know what I mean? And that was really, it's really been a learning lesson for me. Yeah, Tiffany's going to be followed the rest of her life. Tiffany's going to be followed the rest of her life. Yeah, Garda said that's why the Daltonites hate her, because she gets more clicks and views than them. I agree. I think Tiffany, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall just to know how bad, like I wish stuff was documented. I wanted to, but it is because y'all keep bringing up those history videos. Oh man, I forgot. Did y'all see that? I'm sorry, before we go, did I bring up that conscious video before we go? Man, that video was so good. I don't know if I can remember which one it was, but which video was it? Did y'all see it? When she was like, I think it was this one. Let's play it a little bit. When she was like, the mayor said something and she was like, it's all right. Like Valerie Stubbs kept repeating the same thing. Did y'all see that? That's the situation they themselves created with all the smear and constant media coverage. Yeah. 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 You know, I think that but this is the thing, y'all. I think people lose a sight that Tiffany may not win. She may not. But I don't think she's going to be sitting there where Jason's going to win by a landslide. I don't think so. And I think that more people, like if you really live in Dolton and you really here, you really paying bills, Dolton has looked better than ever. Dolton has looked better than it was before. Now you could be mad about the ice skating rink because I don't know about that. Like I don't do the numbers. You could be mad, but it's been cleaner and it looks better. Okay. The photos all over the place. If that's gonna make you mad, I get it. I don't know because I'm not into politics, so I don't know what that whole thing was about. But the basketball courts and to see the kids still out there, to see the kids running around and stuff like that, it makes me feel better because we didn't have that. Dolton before, like I said, it would be only stuff for the elders. So the elders would have their jazz stuff, they stepping stuff, but it'd be nothing for the youth. However, I don't know about the money spending and all of that stuff. So that's why I don't touch those things if you guys don't know. But I don't think it's going to be something that's going to change overnight. Now, if Tiffany win, that's just going to be the voice that people saw exactly what she was putting into the community. That's all I can say. I think we need a whole new everything. You know, I don't think we should be recycling these politicians. I really don't. I agree with that. Like, I don't know if you wasn't doing that before, why are you doing something now? It's kind of weird. But let me play this Conscious video. Oh yeah, she did not. There were no township events in Dolton. No, it wasn't. Remember, I told you I didn't even know about the food boxes or nothing like that. Choose Zuccarelli did not come to Dolton. Oh my God. Sorry, Gardis. I meant to say that. The west side of Dolton needs a lot of love. I always tell y'all that. The west side of Dolton is not, that's why I feel like I wish that villages had, what's that called? Aldermen, where they would be responsible for their area because it's only certain parts of Dolton that see the sunshine. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay, let's go to this Valerie. I want to know y'all's thoughts. Hit the like button if you're still here. I think this is the one I was talking about. Let's see.
Here again, a delay of
no
something.
Discussion on the table, please.
Trustee, you forget that I'm the mayor and I'm running the meeting.
Attorney Murphy, Attorney Murphy. You forget. Would you please let the chair know there is no discussion on?
We're not discussing the table. Trustee
Attorney Murphy.
Trustee Muhammad, you're forgetting I'm running the meeting. I'm the mayor, and if I want to speak, I'm going to speak. Now, it's
First of all, I love look how Jason be staying out the way. Jason be staying out the way. He's just like, yeah, I'm quiet.
I'm not discussing the table. Now, here again is a delay process. Now, the attorney explained to you.
The matter is with the finance committee, but I think this meeting works a lot better if there's a little bit of flexibility given to each of the officials to make a comment. The matter's there. That's how we've operated. The mayor's just going to make a couple remarks.
Yeah, that's not how we
Attorney Murphy, I just asked, could I speak? And he told me no, and he shut me down. So you talk about flexibility.
I did.
Where was the flexibility when I asked, could I speak? And he told me no.
You asked.
Now, what's good for the gander is good for the goose.
You asked, and I said no.
Okay, so we asking you to follow Robert Rules of Orders.
And I'm following them.
Thank you. No, you're not.
No discussion on the table, Mayor.
I'm not discussing about the table.
Yeah, but the subject matter is not supposed to be discussed. And you're discussing the subject matter, Mayor.
Okay, I'll wait till Mayor's report and discuss it.
Okay. I put this on the agenda to get 2 full-time and 2 part-time officers. Currently, 2 of our officers no longer are with us. So basically what I'm asking the board to do is replace the existing.
Tiffany had wet and wavy look. Now, Conscious, I hope I got the right one because it's the one where he's like, the lady is like, well, do we have enough money for just the trustees to have the attorney? and Stubbs keep repeating the same thing over and over. It's my right. I hope this is the right one.
Amount that each officer was getting paid with new officers. The part-time officers, you do not have to pay for benefits. They are at $15 an hour. Is that correct, Chief? Am I right on that?
You are correct.
Okay. And if you don't mind, can you just give us an overview of the officers you need and why?
I'd like to make a motion to table this to the police committee.
Can you explain
Police and Fire
why
Committee.
you need the officers? We need officers, you guys, residents. I don't know if you guys know that.
There's a motion and a second on the floor.
Motion and second to table. Everybody want to table it, and that's fine. You're going to probably win your table, but we definitely need police presence. When I walk out my house every day, I have a resident coming up to me, asking me for help.
Motion and a second
They are
on the
getting
floor.
robbed. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to tell y'all the facts. We need help. We need help.
Trustee Henry.
Yes.
There's no discussion on the table, but I'm gonna yield to you, and you can explain your point of view of the mayor's report.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right. Next thing on the agenda. Oh yeah, vote the table. Go ahead. Roll call.
On the motion to send item old business B to Police and Fire Committee, Trustee Muhammad.
Aye.
Trustee Stubbs. Aye. Trustee House.
No.
Trustee Denton. Aye. Trustee Pearson.
Aye.
Trustee Henry.
No.
Okay, motion carried. New business, ordinance number 18-007, hearing procedure to contest water bills. Trustee Stubbs.
Yes, I would like to introduce this ordinance number 18-007. That's an ordinance establishing a hearing procedure to contest water bills. Whereas the mayor and the board of trustees of the village of Dolton believe and hereby declare that it is in the best interest of the village of Dolton and the interest and is.
Oh, I had the wrong one. Okay, because that one, wait a minute. So I was at work. And we were watching that one, conscious, because it's a good one with hey y'all, hit the like button if you're here. We just over here chit-chatting. It's a good one. Let me tell you something funny. It was this one right here. I was done. Let me tell y'all something. This lady right here. I don't even know if she still got it up. I can't even find it. Let me share it, y'all. This one right here. Baby. Choose Compassion had us at work rolling. Because it was just something she just did that was so clever. Did I miss it? I thought it was when the I'm gonna have to just come back when I have more of a organized platform. It was the one where we found out that the mayor does not raise taxes. It was so good. It was so good. Okay, let me get on out of here, y'all, because I'll be on here all day talking to y'all. It's this other dude I've been watching. This is off subject. But did anybody know Bishop Don Juan had a wife? Off subject. Anybody even know who Bishop Don Juan is? So, y'all, I've been watching so much stuff to get away from Dolton. So his wife died this weekend or something, last weekend. And it was this big funeral on the west side. And if y'all want to see it, it's this man on YouTube that covered the funeral. And it was very interesting. All the, the outfits, the pimps, but it's this guy on YouTube that covered Bishop Don Juan. I did not know he was married for like 40 years. His wife just died. And he came to the funeral. And it was a big thing on the west side of Chicago last weekend. I had no idea. And then, what's the other thing we'll talk about? What else have I been missing? South Village. They over there still acting a fool. Oh, good. She gave me the short. Please. Let's end it here because that short. We was laughing so hard because we were like, wait a minute. This was so well put together. Hold on, let me. Did y'all see Choose Compassion? Shout out to Choose Compassion. We thought this was it was so well put together.
That know how this position works or what a mayor duties are.
Campaign season, a lot of times people will say and do anything to become elected. The Village of Dolton residents should know that the mayor does not have the authority to raise property taxes. The village board does. That's why you have a board, and that's why you have a mayor.
And for those that know how this position works or what a mayor duties are.
Campaign season, a lot of times people will say and do anything to become elected. The Village of Dolton residents should know the mayor does not have the authority to raise property taxes. The village board does. That's why you have a board, and that's why you have a mayor.
Hold on. That was so funny. It was so shocking when we saw that. We said, wait a minute. So I thank y'all all, Conscious, Choose, everybody. Y'all, you know, things aren't perfect. They're getting better. Things are getting better. I'm still fighting legally, just so y'all know. We got some stuff coming up. I love you guys. This Dolton situation is going to hurt a lot of people, and I just don't think it's necessary. I think it's a lot of people that just are in this is a weird area because if everybody's under this Thornton Township umbrella, it's the most segregated umbrella I've ever seen, if that makes sense. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I just hope it gets better. And I just don't think that my opinion is I don't think one person is gonna change it. Ooh. Fun fact. No, fun question, not fact. So I am confusion. So what happened? So what's gonna make it more safer at the Thornton Township? Because I missed all that. Can y'all tell me so I could come back with a better video? Because we were long-winded for 2 hours. What's gonna be better? So they want you in the basement. If you're not in the basement, they don't want a meeting, or they got the police that got the wands. What else do they want to make the Thornton Township safer? Can somebody tell me? Because I am confusion. I mean, and if okay, can I ask a question? Can I raise my hand? I know I can't. I know I can't raise my hand. That strawberry cake do be good. Wrigleyfield. This is my question, because if it's so unsafe, is it irrational to think that the next board meeting could be scheduled via Zoom, like the olden days of like the Open Meetings Act could still be there, but if the board feels like, am I stretching? Is this a reach? It's unsafe for the residents and for them. Could it just be a scheduled board meeting where everyone could go online and we could get down to the nitty-gritty of the budget? Because we still don't have a budget. So I understand the safety and all that. Is it a way we could do a Zoom call, or is that a stretch? I'm just asking. Oh wow! It was an order of protection. They may not. It it was an order of protection. See, I missed everything. Y'all gonna have to fill me in. So wait, if Carmen has an order of protection against Tiffany, now this is a question, because I remember back in the day, I think Tiffany was Carmen's landlord too, right? This is just so confusing, right? Allegedly, she was Carmen's landlord. That was the reports back in the day. They were friends. She was an assistant. Let Carmen be on Zoom. Yeah. I agree. It became unsafe with people. So I'm like, why we just don't get to the, like, let's get to the people's business. We arguing about if we're going to be upstairs or downstairs. Let's get to the people's business. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Am I asking for too much? You know, that should be, you know, I am Groot. The only time it can go online is everybody on the board agrees to it. Well, that was that. Thanks, Garden. Boom. That's it. That is it.
Ain't nobody gonna approve that.
All right, y'all. We was long-winded today. Ain't nobody gonna approve that, Garden. So we might as well move on.
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be long-winded? I'm just asking.
Y'all, take care of yourself and each other. Thanks for your support. I'll try to come back. It's going to be kind of hard. Mike Rule. Y'all comments. I miss y'all. Y'all comments been off the chain today. Oh my God. Yeah. This is crazy. Y'all are too much. Everybody, y'all. Tiffany, girl, come on over there to Greece with us. Have a mojito during election time. Girl, you in danger, girl. We all right, you guys. Y'all know how you make me feel. I appreciate you.
That I have felt the most connected and valued.
Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, comment blue, commentary, comment burgundy blue, commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, commentary.